It is time to put our knowledge into action. Programming is all about solving problems, and really mostly what it comes down to is grabbing data, modifying it, and returning it back. In this video, I'll offer you a coding problem to solve. We will go over the requirements first, and then I recommend that you pause the video and try to solve the problem yourself. After that, we will work on the problem together. So here it is. I would like you guys to implement a simple number guessing game. First, I want you to generate a random number from 0 to 10. And for now, I'm going to give you a hint. You can use this math random function. This piece over here returns a decimal value from 0 to 1 times 11, and then we are rounding it to the lowest integer. That way you can get the random number between 0 and 10. We'll go in depth over how this function works in future videos, but for now just use this. Next, I want you to ask a player to guess the number. Check if their guess is correct. If it is correct, display congratulations message. If it is incorrect, I want you to display a proper message to tell the user whether their number is less than or greater than the number they have to guess. Game keeps going until a user makes a correct guess. You can also get bonus points for implementing a limit on the number of turns a user can take. That's it. Pause the video and try to solve it. It doesn't require any knowledge beyond what we have learned so far. This requires a knowledge of conditional structures, loops, and functions that are used to grab an input from the user and display messages back to them. Done? Great. I will be solving this with you guys. Right now, I do not know exactly what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to improvise. I'm going to go over each requirement and figure out what I want to do about it exactly. So first requirement over here says generate a random number from 0 to 10. Probably I will want to store that in a variable somehow. So I'm just going to declare a variable. It is not going to be changed, so it's going to be a constant. Constant number. Number is a reserved word in JavaScript, so I cannot use this as a variable name. I will use something else. I'm going to say const number to guess, maybe, equal just that. Next, we want to ask the user to guess the number. And so far we have learned one way to interact with user. It's a prompt function. So I'm going to say let user input prompt make your guess. Next, I want to check if user made a correct guess. So I'm going to say if user input is equal to the number they need to guess, I want to display congratulations message. I'm going to say alert congratulations. If it is incorrect, display a proper message and tell user whether their guess is greater or less than the number. So probably otherwise, if user input is less than the number to guess, I'm gonna say your guess is less than actual number. Try again. On the other hand, if it is greater than that number, I want to give them another prompt. Something like your guess is greater than actual number. Game keeps going until user makes a correct guess. Now this is a tricky part. How do we make it repeat itself over and over until user makes a correct guess? One way would be copying and pasting this multiple times, like 10 times, 20 times, but that's not what we want to do. We never know if user will keep going as many times as we copy and paste this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say while true. And I'm going to place all of this inside the loop over here. This is just a simple trick that I'm gonna use to repeat this code over and over. Let's see how our game looks. I can foresee a couple issues over here, but let's just go on the web page and refresh it, see how it works. Okay, make your guess. I'm going to say 1. Your guess is less than actual number. Try again. Well, maybe it is 2. Run again. I'll keep going. See, when I put 7 here, something different happens. And what I think it is that prompt actually returns a string. From the previous videos, we learned that to convert a string that has a number in there into an actual number, we could use a number function. So this is one thing. On the other hand, this loop is something that we know as an infinite loop. While true, this condition will always be true. This will always keep going. However, we do not want it to. We want to break out of this loop when user makes a correct guess. Thus, over here, if user made a correct guess, I'm going to put a break statement. Save, and let's see if it worked. I'll start with 5. Your guess is greater than actual number. I'll keep going down. Congratulations. Okay, awesome. There is our page. So there you go. We covered our requirements from 1 to 6. Now, bonus points implement a limit on the number of turns a user can take. Let's think about it for a bit. We do not have anything to track the number of attempts user takes. And one attempt over here really is just one iteration of this loop. So to track that, I'm just gonna go ahead and create a variable, call it number of attempts. And I'll assign it to 0. Inside my loop, just when user takes turn, I'm going to increment number of attempts. I'm going to say plus plus. Okay, great. Now we're tracking the number of attempts user takes, and then it's just up for us to decide when we want to stop. While true over here, let's say I want to limit the number of attempts to 5, because this is the most rational number in my mind. If we start with 5, we keep going up or down. We just should have enough attempts to make the correct guess, right? I'm just gonna say while number of attempts is less than or equal to 5, I want to give them 5 attempts. Keep going. Let's refresh. Make your guess. I want to test this exact logic. I'm just gonna keep making wrong guesses and see if game kicks me out. I'll say 1. Hopefully it's the wrong one. Oh, I made a correct guess. Let's refresh. 1 again. Less than actual number. Okay, I'll keep going with 1. There you go. Our 5 attempts. And that's really it. The only thing that bothers me here is this condition over here. It will actually be 6 attempts over here because we are starting with the 0 and our loop will keep going while it is less than or equal to 5. 0 to 5 will really be 6 iterations. So I just want to tweak this condition. It will be less than 5. There you go, your simplest number guessing game.